hungry looking cat, or has the cat already stripped the flesh off those fish bones? And again, a mixture of shops as well as eateries, and definitely a spot to check out on a summer's afternoon at the weekend, or on a hot evening in August. Going down here past the Flamingo Lady, it looks as though it could be a bit of a dead end, but on the other hand, there are still pieces of paintwork on view, as you can see. I'll just capture them in the mirror for a moment, and then we'll see them for how they actually are. A little bit more basic here. But somewhere almost like a sketch pad, I think this wall looks like. Somewhere where a budding artist can come and cut their teeth. Smaller canvases, but large enough to be able to carry out a design idea before taking on the challenge of the entire side of a building. And I do like these. Try and tell me you don't like these. There's got to be something here you like. I know I like almost all of what I'm seeing here. Absolutely wonderful. And as a cheap guy likes to remind himself, as well as others from time to time, it's all absolutely free. And then he walks straight under the wheels of an oncoming vehicle. But not on this occasion. Absolutely free. Costing nothing. It looks as though these may date to around 2020, so a few years old. Excuse me. And if that is the case, then they're bearing up very well. Well, I'm as chuffed as nuts. Boy, it was a good idea to come down this little alleyway. Wonderful. And just in time as well. Look at the timing. Couldn't have been better. Wouldn't want to miss this. Super. Just for completeness sake, I wouldn't like to miss out on this. Looks like a sugar glider of some kind. And girl with balloons. And did see around the part of this side of this earlier with the hedgehog on the man's back and the two guys wrestling. And just when you're thinking you've seen it all, come across the tracks and there's even more of it. And whether I need to cross the road or not, I'm not entirely sure. It could be that perhaps the best view is just from here. I'm not going to step out into the middle of the road to get even closer, I don't think. Or am I just nuts enough to try doing that? Just a little bit closer. And there we are. When is it ever going to end? We've got a big pussycat here. and pretty sure it then runs out, he says, and then has to eat his words immediately, because there's another little image. A head shop. Should I even ask what you can expect to get in there? Probably I shouldn't. It's another little piece under a shady branch. Well, I'm on a bit of a high actually after seeing all that colourful paintwork. Oh, and here's something you don't see every day. Barley massage. So if you happen to be Australian, if you're Australian and in need of a barley massage, Bob's your auntie. Call this number. Really does seem there's no escaping these attractive doors in Tallinn. Even outside of the old town, here in Telliskivi. Look at the attention and detail. Not just colourful, but a lot of work went into that door. This whole building is under some kind of renovation, which is good to see. The door's going to last. And I'm walking up just an average side street here in Telliskivi, to be honest with you. I haven't deliberately pinpointed this as a road which has a large number of these richly decorated doors. This is simply how it is. Another nice looking building with two matching doors across the road. And just by chance, along the side of both the train station and Hotel Schnelli, I happen to find an old abandoned train engine. Can't see too many distinguishing marks. Not that I'm an expert in these things at all. I don't mean to suggest that, but very often when you find an old train on display, there'll be a plate of information, a board of information. There'll be something perhaps on the engine itself which gives some history. Nothing on this side either. And right alongside the existing trains. Here, the main Tallinn train station. So I went through on the other side of the tracks through the Telliskivi district, and then just took one or two little side streets in a leftward arc to bring me back onto the road adjacent to the parkland underneath the Tumpia. And walking this way, it's brought me back to the train station area. And I've just discovered here a little piece reflecting on 150 years of the train station. Baltijam. Horse-drawn carriages outside the old building. And huge crowds of people waiting to board the old steam engines back in the day.